Hi guys, Michael with Owner Builder Class here. Now I know some of you are thinking about becoming an owner builder, essentially taking on the role of the general contractor for your dream home. Now maybe you want to save extra money by cutting out the builder, or maybe you want specific things in the home that your local builder just doesn't offer, or builders. Now whatever the reasons may be, the owner builder route is calling you. Now I know some of the owner builders out there have been caught off guard by this requirement to sign something called an owner builder affidavit when you go in and to get a building permit. Now this document is sometimes referred to as an owner builder disclosure statement or even an owner builder exemption form. Now whatever you want to call it, many municipalities or cities are requiring owner builders to sign this form at the time of permit approval. So what is this document? Does the owner builder really have to sign it? And is this something that you should avoid or embrace as an owner builder? Now in this video, we dive into the owner builder affidavit and talk about why building departments are using them. So first, let me say that I'm a home builder by trade. In other words, I have a couple decades of experience managing the construction of new homes from the ground up. That being said, I'm not an attorney. So if you don't understand something in your affidavit or exemption form, even after watching this video, you should consult with an attorney. So, which municipalities require you to sign this document? Well, typically it's in the states that require home builders to be licensed. But doesn't every state require home builders to be licensed? Actually, no. Ohio is an example of a state that does not require it. And when I built the open book build home in Westlake, Ohio as an owner builder, I was not required to sign any of these disclosure forms. So, what is the purpose of this affidavit? Well, it's basically a way for the building department to make sure that the owner builder fully understands their role in the construction of the home. And it's also designed to help them fully understand the potential risks. Now, first, the form typically says that professionals that build homes for other people are required to have a general contractor's license. However, as an owner, you can apply for an exemption from this law in those states that require that licensing for builders for a home that you'll be living in. Now, typically the owner builder must live in the home for a minimum of 1 year after completion of the home. The affidavit also clarifies that an owner should not hire an unlicensed contractor to be responsible for the build while signing the permit as an owner builder. This is an important point, so I'm going to describe this a little differently, so hopefully it's not confusing. If you were to hire a full-service licensed general contractor to build your home, you, the owner, would not be required to sign the permit. The builder would sign the permit application. So any full-service general contractor you're hiring to be fully responsible for your home building project should never, I repeat, never ask you to sign the permit as an owner builder. This lets the contractor get away without having a license, and the sole purpose of the license is to protect you, the customer. So if you do sign the permit and affidavit with the full intention of paying the builder to be responsible for the whole project and everything, you could have trouble going after the builder if something does go wrong with the project. Because you are basically signing that affidavit and permit application, you're telling the building department that you're in charge. Another typical item on the affidavit or exemption or disclosure statement is the acknowledgement that the owner builder must provide direct on-site supervision of the project. Now, I suppose this is to make it completely transparent that just because the municipality is providing inspectors for portions, small portions of the project, ultimately the owner is responsible for the quality of the work and the outcome of the project. And to get quality results, the owner builder must provide on-site supervision for the work. The affidavit also mentions the need for the owner builder to make sure that their liability insurance will properly cover any injuries that could occur on the property. Now this would include the workers that you schedule to come onto the site or any visitors that should happen to come on. Now we talk about the types of insurance required for owner builders as well as the liability coverage available and in different options for owner builders in our online owner builder class. Now for today's video, we're focusing on liability coverage and the absolute need to have it when managing your own construction project as an owner builder. So the affidavit form also states that construction must comply with all applicable laws, ordinances, building codes, and zoning regulations. In other words, the only exemption you receive as an owner builder is the exemption from being required to have a license. All of the requirements that a professional builder must comply with when they're building a home applies to the owner builder as well. And lastly, the owner builder must agree to the idea that they, and only they, have the sole responsibility for the outcome of the project. There are other requirements that pop up on these various forms and disclosure and affidavit forms out there, so be sure to read it carefully to fully understand what you're getting yourself into as the owner builder of your dream home project. So, do you really have to sign this document if the local building official throws it your way? Yes, the signing of this document is a requirement in many cities when becoming an owner builder for your own home project. But it really shouldn't be feared. It's really just a way for the local building department to ensure that you fully understand your role and your possible liability when acting as your own general contractor. That's it for today, guys. In our next video, we're going to discuss the show Building Off the Grid and talk about how this show can be eye-opening for owner builders. This is Michael Luckadoo with ownerbuilderclass.com. Thanks for watching.